Hey, Dr. Brett.
Hey, yes.
You focus a lot on high integrity living. What does that mean?
It means I take a big deep sigh because integrity is so important, but also like we live in a culture where the integrity is suspect at times, right? Integrity is many aspects of being true to yourself. That can be a form of integrity, but also being open and real and honest with others, right? Meaning, if you make a commitment, you either stick to the commitment or communicate that something changed. So it's literally the opposite of deception, right? There are authors that write books on laws of power and stuff, and the art of deception, and Lao Tzu and all this stuff, and the art of war. And I'm not saying that there isn't value in understanding that, people out there are deceptive and people out there will take advantage of you and that the human struggle is challenging. But having integrity means, you have a moral framework that you're working from and you're not taking advantage of others, you're not using other people for your benefit, right? In other words, you're open and real and honest. And there's a way to even do sales that way.
That'd be amazing if people could do that.
Yeah, it's possible. It's definitely possible. Authenticity, right? Yeah. The more authentic you are.
What do you think is something, because, again, athletes, D1, we're talking 18, 21-year-olds. Temptation's there, it's there everywhere. I'm sure there's a pretty girl, or a boy, whatever. But how do you tell, and they're dating someone, how do you tell them, listen, man, you're 21, do you really want to get into something serious? Where does the integrity lie there? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, so dating relationships is a huge part of all experiences in coaching and guidance, right? So, it's not just with athletes, it can be anybody, but being, real with your partner is super important. If you're not ready for an exclusive relationship, I teach people to be honest about that. Now, a lot of times that means you're going to have to be willing to give up, to get. If you want to be honest and real, maybe you will get less sex short term or get laid less or whatever it is. You might have to, someone might be upset by the truth, right? There are people that argue that people can't handle the truth, but that's not really true. It's also how it's said. If you deliver the truth in kind ways and decent ways, there's a lot of power and value in that. To be able to say to somebody, I really like you and I'm not ready for an exclusive relationship. And then not to, intentionally lead somebody on. A lot of times people will date somebody for 5 years and not make a commitment and keep leading them on. Who's responsible there? Well, both parties are, right? The party that is ignoring the red flags and not paying attention and avoiding, and the party who knows that they're never making the commitment or most likely never, and really just not being honest and real. So I'm an authenticity type. I like it when people say it straight, but there are consequences for saying things straight. Sometimes short term, you make less money short term and you will have less sex short term sometimes or many times. But that's okay if you're willing to be true to yourself.